Welcome back. This is Ruckard FilledValueGap strategy part 8. So today we are going to work in this problem, which I have found out that it's not a problem, that what we need to do is set take profit by default and then something else so that it makes more sense. And we will do some tests, we will bump the version, and we will save this properly. So I'm going to show you a video and we start.
Zignaly, all of the profit, and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset managers and fans. If you use my link and that pass it at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable C coins that can be used for paying Zignaly CCS fees. Zignaly, all of the
Okay, so so what we are going to do is to enable take profit, then modify some settings. From there we will be able to maybe tune this a bit, although I think this strategy is not very good. So unless we go to 4 hours or something, I don't know. Let me see. So the first thing we want to do is to turn on take profit. Okay, so this is here. Nice. The second thing is a stop loss percentage should be bigger than the gap. That's something that is bigger than the distance. That's something that makes sense. So what you do there is where the hell is this? Wait a moment. So what you do here is stop loss percentage here. So this should be 120 or something. Okay, because it's the gap. And then to take profit, maybe it should be bigger, but I am not sure. And also, yeah, take profit percentage. What the hell is this? That's not what I wanted to do. So the stop loss for long should be something like this, then take profit. Maybe you want to do 100. Okay, so that it's a bit better, but I am not sure about this. Minimum gap percentage, and about this, the minimum gap percentage and so on. Let's put this like this so that we can have more gaps, and yeah, and maybe here you want this to be 10 as the maximum, so that maybe this is better for hours. So let's test these changes. So these changes, you can see them here. Okay, and we would like to save all of this here, but before saving them we are going to test what I have copied and pasted. And so what you want to do here is, let me see, copy paste. Nice. Yeah. Damn it. Okay. So now we should be able to see some stuff here. It means this is not working quite well. And we can try long only and short only and see if anything. So let's reset just in case. Let's reset just in case something was saved there. So let's see what happened with long only and short only. I am curious. Okay, short only seems to work sometimes. And here what we have done is basically we have the same thing going on of both of them. And maybe we can say something like make this stop loss and this stop loss bigger so that it's not as difficult to reach the stop loss. But you know, I'm not sure if this is going to be useful at all. You get more, yeah, so you get more, yeah, okay. Anyway, let me check. Wait, this is 4 hours. No, let's check 1 hour. But I think it's going the same. It's going to be the same thing. And the other problem is, okay, 110. Let's see what happens with long only and short only. Nothing. And short only. Nothing. This is interesting how for hours. Oh, look at that with daily. With daily, this is maybe better because of relationship with the stocks and so on. Yeah, look at that. It's a bit better sometimes. Yeah, okay, I guess. Anyway, this does not seem to work quite well in BTC. There's also trying other pairs just in case. We tested the BTC dump the other day, but it was going up or down when there was some movement. There was also FTM. Yeah. Is there any chance that FTM works well in some of the scenarios? Let's see, short only. Okay. Then you always have this thing about removing all of this, and it should work well. I mean, not well, but yeah, now we don't have this filter about the gap percentage, so maybe the gap percentage needs to be 2% instead of 0.8, so that this is a bit better. Yeah, but this is not used. This gap percentage is not used when, yeah, I mean, Anyway, this gap percentage is not used when dealing with all of this, I think. Okay. Let's see what happens here with long only and short only. Yeah, I mean, we have already seen this, isn't it? So we thought we had a filter that we removed because we didn't think it was good enough. Now we have this other filter about the minimum gap percentage being something. Maybe something that you can increase this, and yeah. Maybe you can do something like this, such a way that it makes sense. Long only. Okay, we were in long only. Reverse. Yeah. I mean, I'm not seeing anything of this, probably. Why are the biggest whales accumulating phantom? I don't care. Wait, the hell is this line here? Okay, it's a gap. Till here, why you ignore it? Something? Okay, so yeah, let's reset everything and go to BTC DOM, which we were trying the other day. So this is 15 minutes. Let's try 1 hour. Wait a minute. What the hell is this? 17 trades nevertheless. So we are on reverse and settings are reset. This is not very bad, although there are too few trades here. Maybe this gap can be smaller so that you can have more trades. Okay, now there seems to be quite problems here. What does happen with long only or short only? Short only. Short only seems to work a bit better. So short only had before 0.8, and so you're going to have less trades. Yeah. Okay, what about 0.4? A bit more, a bit better. Yeah, not sure what to do here, if it's worth it or not. Was it 0.3, isn't it? 0.35. Okay, and then we figure out what are the settings for long only. less trades. Okay, look at that. We have managed to have less trades, but they are better than what we have. Yeah. And what about now having both of them? Going to have around 100 trades. Yeah. Max drawdown is higher than the next net profit. Doesn't make sense to have all of this. Okay, so let's reset setting and yeah. So apparently resetting settings is quite good, but it's only 70 trades, and this is too few trades here. Is it any different if we go into another time frame? What about 4 hours? Not so much. What about 2 hours? Oh, 16 trades, 2 hours. It's even better. And we are on reverse. Let's see, long only. So on. Short only. Yeah, look at that. But this is something that, you know. Okay, so let's go back to BTC. Let's reset everything, and what we have here is something that works more or less, but it's not profitable. So that's what we wanted. Maybe? Not sure. Why? Yes? No? Okay, so let's add all of this. So you want take profit, you want all of these settings, but you don't want this. So now you can say something like got percentage logic, and now we can bump the version. So this is not profitable, but hey, it's a free strategy. Don't complain that it's not profitable. You are not going to always find a profitable strategy. It might be profitable in the stocks, and you don't know if you do not test it or something. Yes, yes, not this. And now I can say something like bump version. So this is letter C, bump version to C, and C2 here. Okay. Nice. Let me update the video description so that what the hell is this? Yeah, so this is C stop loss, and this is C2. Okay, that's the right one. So let me update the video description so that you have this link here. Let me see. So what we can do here is we can play with 1 hour. This is one thing that I have not done. So we can play with 1 hour. We can say that we do not use take profit because we are going to close in another way, and what we are going to close with, it's going to be not this one, sorry. We are going to use Curie. We are going to use Curie closing lines from here. Okay. And maybe if we go to BTC DOM, it's a bit better. Yeah, it's a bit better in BTC DOM, but once again it's only 17 of this stupid. So let's remove this. Okay, let's check long only. Long only and short only. Okay, never mind. Okay, so let's continue here. And this is promising, but it's only 17 trades and we want more trades. Yeah, okay. So right now we have this C version, which we have bump, so we have it on the video description. So what this version has is to take profit stop loss stuff that we were using originally. Okay. And so what So now what I'm going to do is to copy the strategy from the older strategy that did not have these changes, and I'm going to work on this, okay? Because well, we also have this thing about the limit order, but the limit order does not help us too much, I think. Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, what I want to do is to focus on the BTC DOM, and once I find something, I will have a strategy that works with BTC DOM, because I haven't found out anyone that works properly there. Okay, so here we don't want anything of that. So let's restore this so that we don't have anything left here. So what you want to do here is to copy this Phoenix, which does not have the stop loss stuff, and this is going to be query or something. And yeah, so what you do here is fill value with so what you do here is you have this D, so this is going to be C stop loss, and this is D query. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is, yeah, this is C stop loss. Damn it, I don't have this open. So I want to open query here on the left, possible. We might take some ideas from here, but I don't think so. And query. So let's open this on the left. Okay. Show what of this stuff. And so this is going to be D1. And down here we should also have D1. Yeah, that's it. So let's add this here and query. So we can say something like proper name. So this is going to be D. Nice. So now let's use this code here. Let's put it on the Pine editor. So this is the settings that have this threshold based on something that I don't know too well what it is. And so this apparently works quite well in what the hell is this? In BTC DOM, and I want to tame this so that it works perfectly. So this is 185 trades, not too much, but I mean, I like them. So long only seems to work right. And what about short only? Short only does not seem to work quite well. Okay. So probably what works here is long only, and it makes a bit of sense because as we are in a bearish market, then everything goes into BTC and BTC dominance increase by the time. That's something that makes sense. So let me see if we can manage to work on this. So what we have here is just using the this is just using the this is just using the default stop loss, which is 1.5 for doing stuff. Wait a minute, what has happened here? So we could set what 175 so that we've got more trades profitable, but does not mean that we are going to have more benefit. 25. Yeah, we have more benefit than that. We can even increase increase this so that it's a bit more something. Yeah, I mean, maybe not a good idea. Although yeah, so the stop loss might be smaller apparently, and it doesn't happen too much. Long only. Why the hell are you? So this is stop loss, okay. And what does happen with short only? Maybe short only needs a bigger stop loss so that it works properly. What about ignoring short buys? Is it any better? No, it's not. Maybe we are missing something here. Pretty. Yeah, we are missing that. Yeah, we are missing that we don't have any curry closing lines. That's something that we would like to do, isn't it? We would like to have these curry closing lines so that the stuff is a bit better. What about short only? Okay, short only does not work quite well. So let me check curry closing lines, and so let me check what the hell is this. Yeah, the stop loss, I want to reset the stop loss so that it's not this thing but 1.5, so that okay, I guess this is nice, although this goes down a lot. Now I could have a strict mode so that I can ignore short advice. Doesn't seem to be a good idea. What does happen with short only now that we have the curry closing lines? Is it any better? Yes, but too chaotic. If we use this, maybe it's better. Yeah, but this curve is not nice at all. Maybe we should stop and check. Check the curry closing lines. So curry closing lines are these values here, which maybe we want. So the stop loss, maybe we want this one because it works quite nice with short entries. Maybe now it's a bit better with short entries. Well, not so much. Okay, so let's focus on, let's assume that having curry closing lines is a good thing. That we use the default settings here. Okay, so what we are going to use is long only. We are going to use curry closing lines to decide if we close or not. I think this is a good idea. And now we are going to check long entries and see if we find something that explains why all of this fails. Okay, so here we have long position, because I guess that there is, yeah, that's it. Okay, so here you have what the hell is this? Okay, let's see. Here we have gap, a bearish gap. Then when you close it, we long, and yeah, something happens here. There's too much volatility, and then somehow this does not go up, and yeah, so then it goes down. July. Does this anything to do with what's the name with Luna? I am not sure. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at the more stuff around here. So this was 5 July of 21. Okay, so what about 9 July? 9 July 21. We have similar thing, so we close here. We are up here, and then a big movement happens and we lose here. Then it seems to go up, but I mean we have to have too big of a stop loss for this to continue upwards. Look at that, and there are no more gaps here. Okay. What more do we have around here? This is another one. This is bullish gap, but this one is small, and a small one. I think that it is a small one. Let me see how much is it. 0.07%. So that's not the thing that you want to do. So we can reuse some of the settings for knowing how much the gap percentage, how much big it is, so that we can use this as a filter without doing anything else. Yeah, let's focus on this. Let's focus on this, and maybe it will help us. Okay, so the first one, you can find it here. It works. Nice. And this is about a gap which is 132. Okay, so let me write down somewhere. So this is BTC DOM USDT perp study. Let's take 10 or so. So gap percentage, long gap percentage, long only, minimum to success. Okay, success and failure. Okay, so the first one is success, And this is, we have said that this is 132 something, more or less. Yeah, 132. Okay. Because right now we are taking a look at long only. Okay. So the second one is around here. Okay. And this is not working properly. Why? Because this is in a small gap. Maybe. Yeah, this is 0.17. This is in a small gap, so that's why it fails, I guess. So I mean, here there is another small gap which I guess will fail also. This is 0.29, so this one will have failed. So let's write this down. 0.29%. Let's go here. Wait. 5 July. Okay, so this one, which is this, also fails. Okay, nice. Wait a minute, this one is a bit more bigger. This is 0.53 and it fails. Okay. Nice, I guess. I'm not sure, but nice. Maybe there's something else related on where you close here or whatever, but I'm not sure about this. So let me see. This is 9 of July. This is 10 of July. Okay, so 10th of July. Yeah, this one is going to fail also, even if then it goes up. Probably it goes up. This is going to fail. And why is that? Because this is quite a small gap. This is 0.08 and this is quite small. We don't want any of these gaps. Okay. 10 of July. What about this one? This is what's the name? 13 of July. So this one here is 0.30. So 0.30 seems to work well. However, I mean, what seems to happen here is that we have managed to fill this big gap and then no, this fill. Yeah, maybe. Wait a minute. So, new strategy. Not sure what name to put here. So, if a gap has not been visited or filled in 10 candles, then use that as a signal that it is a support. And then go and enter long position. So if a bearish gap, which is the one. So this is forgotten. This is forgotten value gap strategy. Okay, forgotten value gap. So if we do not fill it, okay, if the gap has not been filled in 10 candles, then enter the long position. Okay, so this is 10 candles. Wait, so from here, yeah, so here we decide go up because it has not been filled. Please go up. This is new strategy. I mean, it might work, it might not work, but it's nice to write down these strategies. So now we have, yeah, the same thing happens here. So you have 10 something and they don't, yeah, here you close with the curriculums and lines, so that's nice. And yeah, so let me see what I want to do before I forgot about it. I want to, what's the name, I want to modify the settings so that curriculums and lines is turned on. Okay, because I think it's a good thing that we use more stuff to, so this should be true and true, and this should be true and true. Okay, so right now we can continue. So this is 13 July, so let's go and check another one. Okay, so this is one of this that is 0.33 and it does not work properly. So failure with 0.53. I mean, we already had this one, 0.53. Maybe with the RSI we can say that we don't want to check this, we don't want to visit this, but I mean, I'm not sure about this. Okay, here we have another one, but we also have this bearish gaps here. So this is 0.27. We also lose with 0.27%. Yeah. 21 of July. What about this one? Okay, here we have a fill gap, which is quite big. So we long, and this is right. So this is the one that works, is 0.96%. Okay. 26th of July. Let's go here. This is a good gap, but then bearish something. Well, I don't know why. Yeah, this crosses. I mean, this one goes well, but not too much. I mean, I don't know. It's a good idea. So this is 0.45. I'm not sure if say that this is a success. If I'm being honest. 0.41, but not too much. Not too much. Okay, so far I only have like three of all of these entries. I only have three that make sense, that needed to be opened. Okay, so 28th of July. What about this one? Yeah, this one doesn't seem to be quite big, so maybe we need to use RSI when it's not so big. Yeah, so this one is 0.16%. Maybe turn on with RSI. Yeah. Let's try RSI, by the way, see what happens. What does happen if we enable RSI protection? Is it any better? Not so much, I guess. Okay, 70% of success. Yeah. Wait. I don't want 3 hours, I want 1 hour. Yeah, this is a bit better. Although it's only 10 trades, so maybe not too much. Is it any better with short only? Well, what about using the two at the same time? Okay, so let's reset everything. Let's turn on. Yeah, I mean, it's quite well without the curriculums and lines, but I want to use curriculums and lines so that it moves, it closes a bit better, and then we want long only, and we want to close when short only would have happened. Let's check more trades, which I do not remember. We were in August. I think. So this one we would not have been there, but we will have been here. So it's not everything, it's not lost, you know what I mean? Okay, August. Okay, so we have two of them. So this one here is 0.10, which is failure because this is failing, and the one from up is also failure because it goes down, but okay, 0.34, yeah, more or less, it makes sense. 0.34%. Yeah, well, sure, if we need to check all of the gaps or only the ones that are used here. So this one, it's also a failure, and this is 0.21. okay, 0.21%. oh, nice. And yeah, this is also small, and this is also small, and you fail. This one could have gotten a better, but it's also small and you fail. And here you close here, not so why, but here you can close, you can check how this is. This you open here and you go up, and more or less you're right, you go up, but this one is small enough and you fail, okay? So you don't want to go up with this one. So yeah, maybe we can implement the gap percentage properly so that we can use it. Okay. So let's take a look at the C stop loss that we already had this thing about the gap percentage. So what we had here was the minimum gap percentage and the maximum gap percentage. Okay, so let's take a look here. How the hell was this used? So this was used with, is this within the range? Okay, and what was done here is that we were checking if the gap percentage was well or not, and then if we turn on this, we make sure that this was used properly. So I think that's what we want to do here. We want to copy and paste all of this and then work with this. Yeah, so you want this to be copied, and so far you only want the part about yeah, and you also want this to be modified so that you have this new variable, because without this new variable, yeah, without this variable you don't have the price distance, but we are not using the price distance, so this new variable is not needed at all. Okay, so let's do this step by step. Okay, so first of all we have this input which we are going to what's the name, we are going to use something else, but this input we need it. So now we should be able, wait a minute, we should be able to copy and paste all of this thanks to this thing here. Okay, we go into the query, let's search for FVG time frame change, and what we want to do here is, okay, let me see, this is confusing. Maybe I can use, maybe I can compare the two of them and for something here. Maybe it's going to be easier to do. So this is C stop loss, and I want to compare with the query. Let's see if I can push some of the code here. So we have the inputs, should have some inputs here, which we only want some of them. Okay, and yeah, this is going to be later. We no longer modify this, we no longer modify this function because we don't want to save these price distances. Okay, nice. Well, yeah, nothing of this. We don't want this variable here. And now we have this. This is what you want to have here without the other stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be something wrong because we changed so many things without having to change them. Okay, let's save this and this and this, and then fix it properly, because otherwise this is going to fail miserably. Okay, so we turn on the curricles and lines, Yeah, okay, let's do this. No way. Wait a minute. Let's restore a staged, otherwise this is not going to be properly done. Okay, so first of all we add this with -I. We want query closing lines. We git here and we say something like commit query closing lines are enabled. Okay. Now, if you hit diff, you can check all of this. This is what I want to check, more or less, if you know what I mean. But this is not good enough. So let me move this into the other screen so that I can work with all of this without too much of a hassle. So as I was saying, we don't want any of this, okay? We don't want also these new variables that are sent into the functions, okay? So we don't have this price, this distance percentage array or price, and we don't have this here, okay? And well, what we do not have also is this refill percentage, which is because wait a minute, refill percentage. Is this what? Refill percentage. No. Refill percentage. Yeah, that's what we don't want anything to do with this. So what we do is we remove all of this. Okay. We don't care anything about this. We don't care anything about this refill percentage. Okay. So let's remove it. Now what we have here is this gap percentage, and this is within the range. So we don't want this condition to be used here, because otherwise this is going to fail, and we don't want this condition here. So now we have this percentages within range, and so this is no longer used. This refill percentage and distance is no longer used, so we do not use them. And finally, we are not modifying this function because we don't care which is this value, because we already can use all of these values for calculating the gap percentage. Okay. So now, if I compare all of this, well, I cannot see everything in the place because we removed this. Was nice next to this, and we remove it. So, but I think this is what we want to do. Well, we need an input which is wait, we need three inputs. Yeah, so we need some inputs that I think we have not added up there. Okay, so let me see if we can manage to do this properly, because I am not so sure about this. So we have all of these inputs here, and damn it, And what we want from here is enable one, and then the gap percentage, because the other ones are. So you want this to be copied here, so that this is used down here. Nice. And here. Nice. However, what we do not want here is, let me see, I mean, we want to change this. So this is here. We want to use something else. So this should be enable gap percentage range filter by gap percentage. Enable gap percentage filter. Yeah, I mean, so this is enable gap percentage filter. So now I can use this here and replace it down here. Okay. So now if we check everything, we have this new on-off staff with these gap percentages, and we also have the new code that enforce that the bullish condition is needs to be within the range. Okay. And finally, what we can do here is set the values that we have found. So I have seen more or less that for long only, what you want to use here is let me see, you want a minimum of 0.60. That's what you want, is a minimum 0.60. Yeah, that's right. Wait, you want yeah, you want it on, you want this on long only. We will set up also short only, because this is because we haven't worked with short only yet. So let's see if we can manage to test all of this. Let's see if it doesn't fail. Okay, tuple length are different. Value length, right? Yeah, this is something about returning values. So 870, yeah. So okay, it makes sense. So here you return this, and the original version does not return anything. So let's try this again. Okay, now let's reset everything here just in case. So query equals in line is turned on. We have 0.60 as a minimum, 10 as a maximum, and we can check long only. Okay, and now let's remove this filter. No. And this is not it. There's something wrong here. about short only? What are we doing here wrong? Is it curriculars and lines doing something? Enable gap percentage filter. Wait a minute. What the hell is going wrong here? Okay, I see what's happening here. I have removed these lines here. The threshold one and the delta percentage is no longer there because we did not use this here. So that means that now we have a lot of trades which are not going well because this is not using the right thing, which is the threshold. Let me check this again. So this bullish condition, which is this one, should have the threshold too. That's what's wrong here. Okay, so let me fix this. So we want these two lines just after this call here. So what the hell are you? So we want these two lines here. Okay, that's nice. And then what we want here is this thing here in the pre-bullish condition. So the pre-bullish condition, it's here. So you want this. Okay. And in the bearish one you want this because you don't have this thing about using the absolute value. Yes, this needs to be like this. So now I think that we should be a bit better. So now what you have is all of this. We do not modify this, and we remove this thing here and this thing here. Yeah, let's try and see if this is any better. Okay, let me see. So not sure how to call this change exactly. Yeah, add the minimum gap percentage filter. I mean, the variables needs to be renamed later, otherwise it's going to be a bit confusing. Okay, now take a look at this. This is much better than before. Okay, let's reset everything, because otherwise we don't know if this is working as we want to. Okay, so what the hell is this? What about long only? 28 trades, short only. Long only is 19 trades. and short only is 9 trades. Yeah. What the hell is wrong with all of this? So with 23 trades, something. Okay, let's reset all of this. So now we remove the gap percentage filter, and then everything is nice. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back. So I think we have managed to, I mean, I think this works properly as we want to. So I'm going to, what's the name? I'm going to save this, and that's it. So this is going to be something like added gap percentage range filter. Okay. Now we could make another version, but I mean, it's quite annoying that this is not working properly in long only. So if we reset settings and we set this to long only, well, we should have many of the trades and there should be profitable, unless these 7 trades here, it might be that we have managed to make all of these trades to work perfectly, but not yeah. So here we can check how this is 139, so we go up. This is, what's the name? Yeah, this is on a small one, maybe 0.83. It works well, but not too much. And then we have this stuff here. Yeah, this goes up. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is too old to be filled. This is why we don't go here. Yeah, this is maybe the other strategy. So if you have 5 without closing, then you go up something. Okay, so here you have a big gap, but apparently here yeah, this is a big stop loss because we are having, because there is quite volatility here. Okay, maybe we can filter by volatility in those cases. Yeah, we have, yeah, this is quite a big movement here. 0.62. Yeah, we might, yeah, maybe if the candle is 3 times the gap, you don't want to enter here. So not sure about this. this fails here. Okay, I guess it's nice because sometimes you have to fail, and this is another one that you fail here. Okay, what about this? This one you fail it. Yeah, unless the take profit is something like bigger. Yeah, I don't want to know anything about take profits. What about this? We also think that we should be able to go up here, but it doesn't work like that. Same thing here. Well, this one seems to be a bit. This one seems to be a bit about stop loss not being big enough. But yeah, anyway, not sure if it would be worth it. So we have 19 trades. The first one seems to work nice, but then something every time you've got something wrong here. It's 14th of June. Yeah, you have the same thing. I think that we need to filter by RSI, so that this works properly. So we already have filter with this 0.60 value, minimum gap percentage for long entries, but I think we need to filter something more with RSI. But this is going to give us 10 trades per year. I'm not sure if it's a good strategy to have. So let me see if I can make anything of this. This is what the hell is this? Okay, RSI filter. That's what we want to test. Let's see if it's any better. So maybe a little more better. Not this. What about using 3 hours? Is it any better? Yeah. I don't see anything that makes sense in any of this. It seems right, but we were checking this candles here, not the rest of it. That's why it failed. Then we've got these Curie closing lines that we don't use, and maybe this is something that we can work on. So if we do not enable gap percentage, something useful happens for long and for short. So for long and for short, where the hell are you? This seems to work quite well, but we are dealing with random, especially in short. We're reading for random places where stuff happen. So what you want to do is to enable the gap percentage filter, so that you have less trades, but there are better ones. But even then, This is not working quite well. Let's see if we can manage to have more trades in long only. Let's see if those trades are good enough. Okay, take a look at that. So apparently some of the trades are better than others. So maybe what we want 0.25 minimum gap percentage. That's it. Maybe we want 0.20 and we want more some more trades. Okay. Now let's write this down. 0.20. So this is BTC DOM. L minimum gap percentage 0.20. Okay. Now let me enable the strict mode. I want to know if it's any better or worse depending on this. Okay, so we want the other advice, I think. And so the other advice that we want is so we want to check short only. Okay, so short only. Let's see. Okay, short only has 8 trades. What has happened if we have more than 8 trades? Is it any better? Yeah, it's much better, but maybe we don't want so much trades and we want something else better here. Okay, not sure. It's 10. So drawdown is 10.10 and with 0.2 is worse. What about 0.1? Even worse. What about setting this to 0.4? Yeah, doesn't seem to be a good idea to have this so high here. 0.5. So apparently what you want to have here is something like 0.25 or 0.30, so that more or less it even out. $13, and like this 0.30 is a bit better. About 0.32. Is it better or worse? 10.10. Oh, look at that. I think we are going to keep 0.30 and that's it. Otherwise, so we have 10 and 10. Yeah, apparently 0.30 has something that nothing else has. It's probably a trade that it's there doing some stuff. Otherwise, yeah, let's put 0.30 and that. Oh my god. This is This does not make sense at all. Okay, so 0.30. Okay, let's write this down too. We want this like 0.30 as the shorter one. Now let's see what happens if we should switch back to long only. Have we managed to make the long only worse or better? Because this is used on the other way around. Okay, maybe it's worse, I don't know. What about reversing this, having the two of them at the same time? Yeah, so we have 95 trades and we have this thing which is full of crap. I mean, yeah. We set this strict mode. We won't have any change because it's the same thing. So yeah, I guess we cannot change this either. 24%. This was like this. Yeah, this is a bit better, but wait a moment. This is reverse. Probably having this like this is much better, but okay, that's why it's in the long one has this thing here. And you also have this one here. I mean, only 50 to 52 trades, that's not good enough. Too few trades. Drawdown is not so good. And all of this, because what you want to do to have here is 1, 0, 3 and 0, 3, isn't it? So I mean 0, 2 and 3, 3, 6, 3, 3. So that's it's a bit better, and then you want to, what's the thing here? You want this to be a bit smaller, so that yeah, so that stop loss is more thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, maybe not so small. $125. Yeah. Yeah, 125 seemed right. Anyway, this thing is a bit I mean, it's not very good. You think about it. So this long position is a bit good, but then the long position, the short entries are not so good, I think. This wants to work. Yeah, okay, so reverse, and not sure what, well, we were experimenting with the stop loss. Okay, so that stop loss multiplier. Let's save these values, because else I'm not going to save them. So what we want to save is that the minimum gap needs to be 0.20 and here 0.30. So you want to save this here 0.20, 0.30. And do we want to save this new stop loss or not? I mean, it's a bit better, but and what about Curie closing lines? We are not using Curie closing lines, by the way. Okay, Curie closing lines seems to work a bit better. Yeah, maybe. Short only. Reverse. But currently we are not using Curie closing lines, but just moving with so we have this multiplier 1.5. Yeah, let's turn off the Curie closing lines so that we do not use them. I mean, I like them, but if they are not working as expected, then we don't want to use them. I think this was false by default. Okay, let's check what the hell have we changed lately. So Curie closing lines are false, and then we have changed this into something else. So let's copy and paste and make sure that this is working as we want to. So we save this and we will reset everything and see what happens. But even then, these are too few trades for having anything meaningful. So this is not something that it's going to help in the long run. Okay, let me see. Yeah, this is, once you are here, this is a range. So okay, let's reset settings and change this to 125 because something. What about using OHLC here instead of close? Is it going to be any better? No, it's not. Well, what about using low? Okay, what about using high? Okay, not sure what's happening there, but I mean, yeah, 125 it's a bit better, but even then, I mean, we haven't gone back to BTC to see if any of this is worth using in BTC, by the way. So we were playing with 1.5. Let's reset to 1.5. 1 second. And then let's turn on only for short only. Okay. What about Curie closing lines? Is it any better? Yeah. I mean, it's not something that it's working. Let's reset everything. Let's go back to BTC DOM and let's do something like this. So currently what we have up here is D1. So these are going to be okay, this is going to be D2 settings. That's it. And now we bump the version so that we have D2, and down here we have D2. Okay. Now we should have this one and bump version. Okay, now we should be able to have a new tag. Nice, and we will publish this. So I don't want to say that this is for BTC DOM, but it's for BTC DOM, but it doesn't work quite well, so maybe you should not use it. So this is going to be found here, and this is the Curie one that does not use Curie. That's nice. That's funny, I guess. This is what I want to say, that this is funny. Okay, so let me edit the video description so that we have this version here. Okay, so now we have this new version. Let me write down somewhere that we want to test FilledValueGap D02 1 hour BTC DOM USDT perp. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, maybe we can mix. Maybe we can mix FilledValueGap A6 and FilledValueGap D2. The only difference is that we have this gap percentage stuff, which we don't have. So I think that if I turn off this, you have what you have in A6, which is a bit better. But let me compare both of them, see what are the differences. So let's see what happens if we compare. I mean, I think that the script on A6, which I guess it's this one here. Okay, this is A6, so we can compare them. So I guess that we can compare FilledValueGap A Classic Pine, and we can compare it with FilledValueGap D Cree. Wait. No. Hit diff. Yeah, I mean, we don't see any difference because there are no commits of difference. I mean, this file has not been changed since the, well, anyway, this is what I want to do. Okay, so we change the ladder, we have this percentage, and then we have this and this. So the only difference is that originally here on the left you had this condition, and now on the right you have this extra condition about the percentage being on the range, which is here. So if you enable it, then you use this one. Instead you use this pre-bullish or pre-bearish condition. So A6 and D2 are quite similar, so I can compare them if I turn this on or off and see if we can manage to do anything. So apparently A6, which is the same thing, it's better, but A6 has we have not tried A6 with curricles and lines. Maybe it's even better. Okay, what about the long only and so on? Short only and curricles and lines. And that's where we thought about modifying this so that it matches the values from here. And yeah, not too much of an improvement. So let's go back here and let's play with removing this filter is better in the end. We have more trades, and yeah, so maybe we can do something else, because we have tried to filter from the from the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just, I mean, it should not be any difference if we turn on or off this. But now we can start to play with having maximum gap percentages, like something like 2. Let's see what happens with 2, if this is any better. So that way we... Okay, I mean, I think it's the same thing, isn't it? 45 and 195 trades. Yeah, it's the same thing. Now we're going to check 0, 20 by 0.20. Same thing here. Maybe we have not managed to have, maybe the maximum gap percentage is not something that we have managed to write properly. Okay, we have one less trade, apparently. I mean, we don't know if this is going to be any better, but we hope so. Okay, we have 2 less trades. These are not too much trades. So we want something smaller than 195. Okay, now we have something else. And if we do not use these ones, wait a minute, maybe we want other filters, like avoiding sub values which are between 0.4 and 0 something. But let's find out later. Let's see if taking also this is any better. Taking this. So, oh, sorry. We need to turn this on, otherwise. Okay. I think we have a difference. So 30, 15. This is half. Yeah, well. We still have more to win with more of this gap. 31%. Maybe this starts to work a bit better. Not sure about that. $32. Yeah, probably not having this filter is even better. Let me find if there's something like a worse range that we can remove from here. Okay. Well, this is not bad. I mean, too few trades, but this is not bad. It's about making this a bit bigger. Is this something about long, short? $0.6. I mean, these are a few trades. I mean, I prefer to have all of them. And that's it. However, having something like this and this should be, I mean, 0.05. Maybe this helps a bit, but I don't know. Let's see if we can manage to remove some of the trades. Oh wait a moment, I am not turning this on. How is this supposed to work in the first place? Okay. Look at that. This is better than what we had originally, isn't it? Although I do not like this wall mountain there, that it's quite big. And here we have, what do we have with long only and short only? This works like this. And what about this one? Yeah, so when this one Yeah, so apparently this works quite nice with this. What about having 1 0 0 10 instead of this? Is it any better? Yeah, a bit better, I guess. Why are you only? And short only. Yeah, okay. So we can save these new settings that we have around here for BTC DOM. So this is 0.10. So we can save this here, 0.10. Or are you here? So instead of having these other settings, so you have 0.10. That's nice. And so what I want to check here is this thing about going down or off, going up or down depending on the this, because I think it's a nice thing to have. So what about long only? Let's fix this. So long only does not work quite well like this. What about 3 hours? Okay, 3 hours, it's much better. What about using now short only? Is it any better? Well, something. What does happen if we mix both of them? Yeah, you have something. Not too good. So I think we want to use 1 hour, and then we managed to put so 1 hour on reverse, isn't it? We managed to have this upset of 12, so that, or 8 hours. Wait, this should be 10. What about having 24? 24 offset? Isn't any better? Bit better. What about using EMAS instead of this? Yeah. What about having 3 hours instead of 1? Okay, wait a minute. This is what we want to do. Is it the same without this offset? Well, this is not, man, maybe this is the right offset. What about using volume stuff here? Well, not so well. So we're going to keep the EMAS. Look at that. I mean, here you have a lot of stuff, but otherwise, Okay, let's take a look here. You only have 36 trades, so these are the trades that go well here. And these are the trades that go well here. Yeah. Let's take a look. 194 candles, 194 hours. These are too much hours, too many hours. Let's see. We should have some high values somewhere. So this is having what the hell is this? So here you have, yeah, here you have a lot of time here. You have like 16 days. So this is not something that you want to do. However, I want to write this down because this is quite nice. So I'm not sure if we are going to use it, but I'm going to write it down just in case it's useful later. So you want to use enforce higher time frame. You want to have a time frame of 3 hours with offset of 12 hours, and then you've got EMA 12 close and EMA 55 close. I mean, this might be a good strategy if it works with BTC, so that you can use it in a spot. Otherwise, you are not going to be able to use it else. Yeah, well, maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not. I mean, but I don't like this drawdown here. About the spot, is it any change? Yeah. But about Ethereum, okay, Ethereum not so good. So anyway, what I want to do right now with these special settings that we have, trades that have so much of a movement, I want to enable curriculums and lines because I think it's the thing to do. Okay. So that means curriculums and lines with some filter. Yeah, that's so long only. It's quite good, let's say. And short only, it's quite good. Can we improve this 12% with this or not? That's my question. No. $25.10. This is what we had before, isn't it? We have, yeah, this is right. So this is what we want to use. Okay, let me see. So what you want to use here is query closing lines being true, which I don't know if we have changed this again or not. So we want this to be true. Okay, let's see. Nice. So and the other thing that you want to save here is all of this stuff about enforcing the higher time frame and having an offset of 12 hours because something. By the way, what does happen if we don't have this offset? Is it the same thing? Because if we don't need the offset, maybe it's better not to have it. Yeah, we will enforce the offset. So let me modify this. So what the hell is this? This ADX protection now. Do we want ADX protection? That's a good question. So higher time frame enforce, yes. Do you want to check it? Yes, because else you don't know what you are doing. So this is true. Now what we want to do is to say that this is 180, which is 3 hours. Nice. And that the offset is 12. By the way, 12 is 36, which is 3 days. Okay. So you ignore the crossing of the line, still 3 days happens. Well, this is not W but EMA here, and then yeah, and then it's close. It's not OHLC4. That was already like this. Okay, so now we are done. And so if you go here, copy and paste, save. So now with query closing lines, we shouldn't have 194 entries. We don't want to be in a single in a trade for so many. So 20 bars, okay, 1 day, that's okay. So if we reset everything, this works as expected, I guess, I hope. Yeah, that's right. And so let me see. Query closing lines, higher time frame, and this gap. So this is going to be query, and we should have something about settings here. So these are the 3 settings, and now I'm going to edit the strategy description so that it's about BTC DOM, because that's what this is about. And this should be up here, BTC DOM USDT pair and 1 hour time frame. And if you can check it here, that's right. So now let me see. Yeah, and this should be something like, let me see, show that the strategy needs to be, show that the strategy it's meant to be used with BTC DOM USDT perp. Yeah, okay, well, anyway. Yeah, okay. Now we can bump to D3 and we can publish this. The only thing that it's not right in this strategy that it's only 80 trades, okay? So, I mean, this is not quite good. And also you're using curriculums in lines. So, yeah. By the way, we haven't been able to check what's the thing, the stop loss stuff. Maybe if we put smaller stop loss we can win a bit more, because the stop loss is so 32, 34. Yeah. What does happen with only 1%? We have more trades, less returns, I think. $95 trades, and here we have more trades or less. 25.7, 32.5. Which one is better? 32.57. This is 5 times, and we were trying something like that. Was it 125? I don't know. It's 20. Yeah, it's better the other one. What about 125? 125, probably it's better. 579. Yeah, this one is a bit better. Drawdown is bigger than 1.5, isn't it? But in percentage you win more with this. But I think I'm going to leave. Yeah, I'm going to take 1.5 here, so we don't do any change here. What about 1? Is it any better? 1. Yeah, no. And what about 2? Yeah, once you have a good one, great one, you're going to have whatever we had originally. Okay, so let's, yeah, 56% profitable. That's better than having this, isn't it? Which is only, no, what we have is 52 here. Okay, so I think we are done. So here we don't have any change, only the name. So let's copy and paste this and see if what results do we have here. Okay, so once this is reset, we will reset the settings. Once this is compiled, we will reset the settings. Okay, so we reset the settings. We are only 25 candles in the different operations. That's nice to me. And now I have this that I can bump the version so that this is D3, and I can say that this is D3, so I can put this here. Okay, so now you should be able to have this new strategy. So let's search it and use it. So this should be D3, and now we have D3, so I will edit the video description so that you can use the strategy. Okay, let's edit the video description. Let's have D3 here. Let's see if we can manage to do any of this. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. So I think we are done. Yeah, we are done. I mean, we can work on this gap. We could even work on BTC once again. We could work on the limit thing. So I mean, we have these ideas about the forgotten value gap. That means use that as a use this as a way of knowing that you are going to have some momentum to the upside. We can have this trendy value gap to see what the hell you do once you close here. And then you also have this thing about the limit order, which is about trying to the same thing we are doing here, that you go you go with the same side of the tendency of the trend, but instead of being a market order, then you do a limit order based on the gap. Extreme bad, which is all of this thing about having limit order at gap extreme. So maybe what I'm going to focus so that I can keep on working on BTC 1 hour, maybe it's this forgotten value gap. Okay, this forgotten value gap might be something useful for having a long trend. What's the name? We're having long trend. Long trend trades. Okay, I don't want these 80% trades that we had there on BTC DOM with those settings there, because that's too long. But I like this one because it's only 21% and we can do all of this. And yeah, and what's nice also is that long trades and short trades are quite similar. So you've got a rising thing here. Okay, I mean, even this is long short only might be even better. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. What about using strict mode on any of this? I'm curious. So nothing has changed. And what about short only with strict mode? Well, not much of a change, I guess. Yeah, we are better if the long and short advice is it's one another. Okay, so now we have this D3, which we have managed to do, and the next video might be a bit about this forgotten value gap. Okay, so I think we can do something with this forgotten value gap, which I think we can work on filled value gap D2, which does not have which has query. Okay, let me see. If we take a look at, if we compare this and this, what's the difference? Difference is that we're working on BTC or BTC DOM, and then we do not use curricles and lines, and we don't enforce this thing. Okay. Okay, and then we've got the 0, 10 and 0, 20. So we want to base this in field value gap, and then maybe check some of the D3 settings. Okay, field value gap D3 settings, which is query. That's what we want to do for the next strategy. So now, now we are done. So thank you very much for watching this video.